We have covered the three behavioral theories of leadership, which are the Ohio State Studies, Michigan Studies, and also the managerial grid. Now we move on to the next main theory of leadership, which is called as the contingency theories. So in contingency theories, there are two sub-theories, which are Hersey-Blanchard life cycle theory and also the path goal theory. So let's look at the Hersey-Blanchard life cycle theory first. Okay, the Hersey-Blanchard life cycle theory describes how leaders should adjust their leadership style in response to their subordinate situation. That evolving desire for achievement, experience, ability, willingness to accept responsibility. Okay, so Hersey and Blanchard life cycle theory here says the leader should change or adjust their leadership style depending on the subordinate situation. Okay, subordinate here means employees. I keep saying this, subordinates means employees. So what is meant by this sentence is that this theory says that the best leadership style of a leader or a manager to the employees is by looking at the situation of the employees. So the leader cannot simply use a fixed style to all the employees in the organization. So the leader must look at the situation of employees first, then decide what is the best leadership style. So that is the meaning of this part, okay, the bold part. So how to see the situation of employees is by looking at the achievement of employees, experience of employees, ability, and also the willingness to accept responsibility of the employees. Okay, whether employee is having high experience or low experience, having high achievement or low achievement, has high ability or low ability. So these are called as the situation of the employees. So when the manager look at all these situations, then only the manager decide the style to use to the employees or to the subordinates. So that is called as the Hersey and Blanchard life cycle theory. So what we can say on about this theory is that there is no fixed style to be used by a leader to all employees. Takkan ada satu style yang leader akan gunakan kepada kesemua employees dia. The style is depending on the situation of employees. So this employee, to this employee, employee A, let's say, the leader might use style A. To employee B, the leader might use a different style because of these two employees have a different situation. For Hersey and Blanchard life cycle theory, there are two main behaviors of a leader which the leaders should focus on. Okay, so these behaviors, the combination of these behaviors, the first one is task behavior and also the relationship behavior will produce the different styles of a leader for Hersey and Blanchard life cycle theory. Okay, at this side is the task behavior and this side is the relationship behavior. So what is meant by task and relationship behavior? They are similar to the employee-oriented in Michigan and also the task-oriented or production-oriented in Michigan as well. So task behavior is similar to the production-oriented in Michigan and also initiating structure behavior in Ohio. And the relationship behavior here means the leader focus on the employees more, which is similar to the employee-centered behavior in Michigan and also the consideration behavior in Ohio State Studies. So the combination of these two will produce different styles of a leader according to Hersey and Blanchard life cycle theory. Okay, so in Hersey and Blanchard life cycle theory, there are four phases of leadership styles that can be used. Okay, there are four leadership styles actually. Okay, the first one is called as telling or directing. Second is selling or coaching. Third is participating or supporting, and last one is delegating. Okay, so how to use each and every style of this? Okay, so to use each and every style of a leader, yang dalam bracket ni semua dipanggil leadership style. It is depending on the phase of the employees. Phase here is referring to the situations of employees. Okay, so there are 4 phases of leadership styles. Okay, to be applied by a leader in Kersey and Blanchard. So let's see at the first phase. Okay, first phase is where the leader is using telling style. Okay, it means that when employees are at the first phase. So what is meant by first phase? It is when employees are new in the organization. So when employees are new, they have a very low experience. Dia tak ada pengalaman, sangat sikit pengalaman dia. Employees have low skills, tak ada kemahiran ataupun sikit sangat kemahiran. Low ability, keupayaan untuk buat kerja dia pun sangat sedikit because of the employee is very new. And also low achievement. Okay, employee ni tak achieve lagi lah because they are new. So that is the first situation of employees which we call as they are at the first phase. And the leader should use telling or directing style. So how to apply telling and directing style? The followers must be instructed on what, how, when, and where to do the various tasks. Followers means the employees. So when employees are at the first phase, they must be instructed to do what kind of job, to do the job. Employees ni mestilah diarahkan untuk membuat kerja. How to do the job? Macam mana nak buat kerja? So the leader must give the guidelines and also the steps on how to do. When to do? The leader must clearly state that when should the job be completed and where to do. Okay, kat mana nak buat kerja tu. So it means that all the details must be given to the employees in order to perform and complete their job. Everything must be told, everything must be directed. Sebab tu dipanggil telling. Telling means the leader tells the employees what to do, how to do, when to do, and where to do. Okay, and also called as directing. Directing means mengarah. Leader cuma bagi arahan sahaja. So it involves one-way communication. So leader use telling style when employees are at the first phase. The manager will initiate the decision making. It means that all the decisions will be made by the leader. So employees are not allowed to make any decision because they are at the first phase, they are still new and they don't have much knowledge, don't have much experience and ability and all. Now, we go to the second phase. Okay, second phase here, okay, look at the second phase. As I said earlier, second phase here is actually the situation of employees. When employees are at the second phase, employees are in the organization for quite some time. Employee ni dah agak lama dalam organisation. So they have fair knowledge. Dah ada knowledge sikit dah. They have fair skills. Fair ni maksudnya boleh diterima lah dia punya apa skills, knowledge and everything yang dah ada sedikit. Okay, skills, knowledge, experience, and also they have the achievement as well. Okay, not so much but fair enough. Okay, dah ada agak sedikit, ada lah maksudnya, bukan kurang, bukan lebih, fair enough. So when employees are in the second phase, which the employees are quite some time in the organization, they have fair knowledge, abilities, experience and achievement, the leader should use another style which we call as selling or coaching. Leader perlu menukarkan dia punya leadership style to these employees, not to use the telling style anymore, but the leader should change to selling style. So what is selling style? The leader still provides a great deal of direction, but attempts to hear followers' feelings about the decision, ideas and suggestions. So at this stage, it involves two-way communications, where the leader still give instructions to the employees. Leader ni still bagi arahan macam kat atas ni. Tell the employees what to do, how to do, when to do and where to do. But at the same time, the leader wants to hear the feelings from the employees about the decision, the ideas and suggestions. Okay, and sometimes the leaders also ask the employees on their problems. Okay, so that is called as coaching. It involves two-way communication. Yang tadi telling, one-way communication. Okay, only leaders are giving instruction. Okay, so when the leader is using selling style, the leader is being a bit friendly with the employees because the leader already know the employees a bit. Okay, leader dah kenal sikit employees dia, so the leader change the style to selling. Leader will try to be nice to employees a little bit only. But with regards to decision making, dalam nak buat keputusan, it is still the leader who make decision. Okay, the leader only ask for feedback, suggestions and ideas from the employees only, but in the end, the leader will still make the decision. Okay, when the employees are or have been in the organization for a longer time than the second phase, employee dah agak lama Tadi we can see that in the first phase, employee is still new. They work in the organization for just a few months or less than 1 year. Second phase, the employees have worked for about 2 to 3 years to 4 years. When it comes the third phase, employees have worked in the organization for about 5 to 7 years. So dah agak lama. Okay? So the leader should change a style to participating and supporting style. Okay? The name of the leadership style is now participating. Why? Because employees now have a lot of experience. They have a lot of ability and also the skills to perform the job. Employee dah banyak sangatlah dia punya kemahiran, pengetahuan dan juga dia punya experience pengalaman. So because of that, the leader should change to a new style which we call as participating or supporting. So at this stage or at this phase, employees have more ability and achievement motivation. And employees now, they are seeking responsibility, greater responsibility. Maksudnya, employee ni sekarang dah minta banyak kerja, banyak tugas because they have a lot of knowledge. So they want more tasks to perform in order to gain more knowledge and more experience. So they seek or they ask for tasks and responsibilities from the leader. So leaders provide recognition and actively listen and facilitate problem solving. So what the leader will do is that leader will try to praise ni puji or provide recognition. Recognition ni penghargaan, bagi penghargaan kepada employees and always be an active listener to listen to the employees' problem and try to solve the problems of the employees. So when employees are in the third phase, employees are being now, employees do a lot of tasks independently. Only once in a while, the employees seek suggestions and advice from the leader. So that's why the function of a leader now is to listen to the problems of the employees and try to solve the problems of the employees. And lastly, when employees are at the last phase, that is the fourth phase. At this phase, employees have complete knowledge, complete experience, complete skills, and complete achievement. Okay, so these are normally the senior employees. You have been working for 10 to 20 years. They have been long enough in the organization. So when employees are at this phase, the leader will change to delegating style. Okay, the name of the leadership style is delegating. So at this stage, followers no longer need direction from manager. So followers ni employees. Employees ni tak perlukan lagi arahan daripada manager. Okay, delegating ni maksudnya menyerahkan tugas. Leaders can reduce the amount of support and encouragement. So the leaders do not have to support the employees anymore, or maybe just support them but very little support given to them, and no need to encourage or motivate them anymore because these employees, they are highly motivated and they can actually support themselves, okay? And they are self-directed. Self-directed here means they can direct themselves. Okay, they are self-motivated. And what about decision making? It is totally delegated to the followers. So decision making now is done or is made by the employees, not the leader anymore. Okay, so employees are at this phase. Leader ni let the employees perform their job independently. The leader does not have to monitor the employees anymore because the leader trusts the employees to perform the job, to complete the job, because they are senior employees. They are almost at the same level as the leader now because they have complete knowledge. So the leader doesn't have to worry about the problems in completing the task because the leader knows that employees can perform the job very well because of full experience and full knowledge. So these are the 4 leadership styles of a leader in Hersey and Blanchard life cycle theory according to the situation of employees, which is reflected in the first phase until the 4th phase. Okay, and the last leadership style in this for this chapter is the path goal theory. Okay, so the path goal theory is also under the contingency theories. Yeah. Okay, the path goal theory emphasizing on the leader's role in clarifying for subordinates how they can achieve high performance and its associated reward. So this theory was developed by Martin G. Evans and Robert J. House. This theory says individuals' motivation depends on his or her expectation of rewards and the attractiveness of the reward. So the leaders clarify the path through which followers can achieve both task-related and personal goals. The most effective leadership style in motivating followers depends on the types of reward they most desire. Okay, an easy way to understand the path goal theory is that you need to understand the word path. Path means laluan, and goal is the goal lah. Okay, so what is said in this theory is that it is the leader's responsibility to provide the path to the employees to achieve their goal, be it the organizational goal or the personal goals. So it is the job of a leader to provide the path. Adalah menjadi tanggungjawab ataupun tugas leader, seorang leader, untuk memberi laluan, untuk menunjukkan laluan kepada employees dia on how these employees should achieve their goals. So leader ni tugas dia adalah untuk memberi jalan kepada employees macam mana employees ni nak mencapai goal dia. It can be goal of the organisation and also the personal goal. Personal goal means the reward. So macam mana employee nak capai goal organisation dan juga goal untuk mendapatkan reward. It is the job of a leader to provide the path to them. Okay. So according to this theory, there are 4 primary types of behavior of a leader. So in order for the leader to provide the path to the employees to achieve the employees' goals, then the leader can actually use different kinds of leadership behavior. Leader ni boleh menggunakan leadership behavior ataupun leadership style. Leadership behavior and styles, they are the same thing. Leader can use different leadership styles or leadership behavior in providing the path to employees. So there are 4 leadership behaviors that the leader can use. There are directive behavior, supportive behavior, participative behavior, and also achievement behavior. So let's look at the meaning of each of the leadership behavior first. Okay, directive behavior, by the word directive. This is the behavior of a leader or the style of a leader. Directive means memberi arahan. Leader behavior aimed at telling followers what to do and how to do. The leader indicates what performance goals exist and precisely what must be done to achieve them. So in easy way to understand directive behavior, it is similar to the telling style in Hersey and Blanchard life cycle theory, where the leader tells employees or direct employees on what to do. Leader ni bagi tahu employees dia ataupun followers dia apa perlu dibuat untuk nak siapkan kerja dia. Macam mana nak buat? How to do? When to do? Where to do? Those are actually the directive behavior. And it involves only one-way communication between the leader and also the followers or the employee. Leader hanya memberi arahan kepada employees apa yang perlu dibuat untuk menyiapkan tugas dia ataupun untuk mendapatkan reward yang diingini oleh employees. The next behavior or the next leadership style in path goal theory is supportive behavior. Okay, supportive behavior is where the leader behavior, it is a leader behavior aimed at being friendly with followers and showing interest in them as human beings. Through supportive behavior, the leaders show sensitivity to the personal needs of the followers. Okay, followers means employees. So supportive behavior is where the leader is being nice, being friendly, trying to build a good relationship with the employees. Okay, tengok sini. Friendly with followers. Showing interest in them as human beings. So the leader treat the employees as human beings, not as a robot. Kalau as a robot, the leader just give instructions and want employees to perform the job. Doesn't matter, he doesn't care about the problem of the employees. But when the leader shows or use supportive behavior, the leader still give the task to the employees, but at the same time, the leader is showing interest. Showing interest here means trying to understand the problems of the employees. Okay, kerana dia rasa employees ini adalah manusia biasa and definitely they face problems. So the leader will try to support these employees and try to be nice to these employees. And this leader also is being sensitive to the personal needs of followers. Baik, apa keperluan yang diingini oleh follower, the leader ni dia aware, dia faham. That is called as sensitivity to personal needs. Okay, so at this behavior is where the leader is having two-way communication with the employee because there is a relationship involved. The next leadership behavior in path goal theory is called as participative behavior. Okay, so participative behavior, it is a leader behavior in which suggestions from the followers are sought regarding business operation. Okay, participative behavior of a leader is where a leader is asking or seeking suggestions from the employees. Leader ni dia minta pendapat ataupun idea daripada employees dia regarding business. Regarding business here means it is about work. Okay, leader, cara yang digunakan kepada employees dia adalah the leader will call the employees to a meeting and ask ideas and suggestions from these employees on how to perform the job and how to solve the problems related to the organization. Okay, and they are making organizational decisions together. So when the leader asks suggestions from these employees, finally they will make decisions together. So that is called as participative, where the leader let employees to participate. Participate maksudnya mengambil bahagian in giving ideas and suggestions and also participate in decision making in the organization. Okay, and lastly is achievement behavior. It is a leader behavior aimed at setting challenging goals for the followers to reach and expressing and demonstrating confidence that followers will meet the challenge. Okay, achievement behavior. The leader can use this achievement behavior by setting challenging goals. This is the keyword. Okay. Apabila manager ataupun leader menggunakan achievement behavior to the employees, what the leader will do is that the leader does not give the instruction to the employees anymore to perform the job, but the leader will set the goal to the employees. What kind of goal? Challenging goals. So leader ni akan set satu goal ataupun beberapa goal kepada employees dia, goal yang sangat challenging, yang mencabar, for the employees to perform the goal by using their own ability and skill. Meaning that the leader give complete freedom to the employees to perform the job on their own. Why? Because the leader trusts the employees and the leader has high confidence in the employees. So that is achievement behavior. So which of these four behaviors is the best to be used by the leader? So according to path goal theory, there is no one best leadership behavior to be used. So it is similar to the Hershey and Blanchard life cycle theory. So the leader cannot simply pick any style or any behavior to use. The best leadership behavior or leadership style to be used in the path goal theory is also depending on the situation of employees as well. Okay, so kaedah dia sama macam Hershey and Blanchard. The leader cannot simply pick any style, directive, supportive, participative, or achievement-oriented, but the leader must look at the situation of employees first. So what are the situations of employees? Same thing, the employee's ability, the employee's experience, knowledge, and skills. Leader akan tengok situasi ini dulu of the employees. If employees have very low skills and low knowledge and experience, the leader will use directive behavior. If the employees have some knowledge, some skills, some abilities, not so much, but some only, then the leader should choose or should use supportive behavior. And if employees are having a lot of experience or quite some experience, dah agak lama dalam organisation dan dah ada knowledge and experience, then the leader should use participative behavior because these people, they already have the knowledge and experience. So definitely they can throw out ideas and suggestions and they can also make decisions because that is meant by participative behavior. And finally, the achievement behavior is appropriate to be used by a leader when the employees are having a complete knowledge, complete experience, and a high ability. So the leader can just give them one task or one challenging task for them to perform on their own because they have all the knowledge and all the experience to complete the task because the leader has high confidence in their ability and their skills. So konsepnya adalah sama dengan Hershey and Blanchard. It is just that the name of the leadership style or leadership behavior is different, a bit different. Okay, so that's for the theories of leadership. That includes the behavioral theories, which are 3 behavioral theories, and also the contingency theories. We have 2 contingency theories. Now, the last part of this chapter is to look at power. So what is meant by power and what are the classifications of power? So first, let's see what is meant or what is defined by power. Power is the ability to order human, information, or material resources to get something done. It is an individual's capacity to influence decision. So power is actually ability to order. Order here means mengarahkan, memberi arahan. Okay, so keupayaan untuk memberi arahan kepada human resources, okay, to the workers, information resources, sumber maklumat, and also material resources, sumber material, to get something done. So basically, it is the ability to give instruction to other people and for them to follow the instruction. That is power. So without power, a person cannot give instruction to other people and that person cannot make other people listen to the instruction. So that's why the second definition here says it is an individual's capacity to influence decision. Keupayaan untuk mempengaruhi keputusan. So people with power, they are able to influence other people to make decision, meaning that they can actually voice out their ideas and disagreements, let's say, or objections in order to influence the final decision to be made by the top management. So normally who has power? Only managers have power with regards to an organization lah. Okay, we are talking about organization. Only managers have powers. So ordinary employees, they don't have any power. Okay, there are 2 types of power or 2 major sources of power. Sources and types, they are the same thing. First one is the position power. Okay, position power is inherent in the formal position that the leader holds, which include legitimate, information, coercive, and reward power. So what is meant by position power? It is the power that a person has because of a formal position in the organisation. Power ataupun kuasa yang diperolehi oleh seseorang berdasarkan jawatan di dalam organisation. That is formal position. So, orang tu ada power disebabkan jawatan yang dipegang dalam organisation. So, that person has position power. So, there are 4 types of position power, that is legitimate, information, coercive, and reward. We will look into these 4 types later. The second major type or major sources of power is called as personal power. Personal power is derived from interpersonal relationship between a leader and his follower that comprises of referent and expert. Okay, personal power is a power that a person has because of his relationship with other people. But in easy way to understand, personal power is actually a power that someone has because of the characteristic of that person. Okay, it is not related to the position of that person in the organization, but it is more on the characteristic of that person. Okay, so later we'll see in detail the 2 types of personal power, which are referent and expert power. Okay, so look at the position power first. There are 4 types as mentioned just now. First one is legitimate power. Legitimate means sah, power kuasa yang sah. Okay, so what is legitimate power? It is power from formal authority due to his or her position in the organisation. Power yang diperolehi oleh seseorang disebabkan jawatan rasmi yang dipegang. Jawatan rasmi. For example, a security guard given here. We might say that a security guard does not have any power. But because of the position held by a person as a security guard, he or she has a legitimate power. Okay, for example, a security guard has a power to ask for an identification card or IC from anybody who wants to enter UiTM. So, security guard ni dia ada kuasa untuk meminta IC daripada siapa-siapa saja yang masuk dalam organisation, dalam UiTM. Regardless of who that person is. Tak kira lah siapa yang masuk UiTM. The power of security guard is to get or to ask for identification card or ID or IC. So if let's say a prime minister wants to enter UiTM one day, so the security guard still has a power which we call as a legitimate power to ask for an IC or ID from this prime minister. Saya tak kira lah position orang lagi tinggi nak masuk, tapi power yang diberikan kepada security guard tu adalah untuk minta IC. So dia ada power tu lah. So he can ask IC or ID from anybody who wants to enter. Or you can see cleaners in UiTM. You might say or you might think that cleaners do not have any power. But because of they hold a position as a cleaner, they have a power that is the legitimate power. They can actually instruct anybody to clear the rubbish. Okay, maybe when you are walking to a class, you throw out rubbish or you litter. Okay, throw out rubbish on your way to class. So when makcik cleaner sees you, he has a power to ask you or to instruct you to collect the rubbish. Itu adalah power makcik cleaner. So that kind of power, because of the position, formal position holds by that person, that is called as a legitimate power. Kuasa yang sah. Then the second type of position power is the information power. The information power is the power to control over information such as the librarian, pustakawan. Okay, a very simple example is the librarian, because the librarian involves or deals with information a lot in their daily tasks. So they have power to control the information. So they can actually decide, or they have the power, which kind of information to release and which kind of information to hold. If I go to the library and I see the librarian and I ask for an information on the students in UiTM Kedah, then the librarian has the power to release that information to me because I am a lecturer. I have the right to get the information about the students. But if you go to the librarian and you said, I want the information on the lecturers in UiTM Kedah, then the librarian can actually decide using his or her power not to release the information to you because of it is not your right to get the information about the lecturers. So the power holds by the librarian we call as the information power. Power untuk mengawal maklumat. Yang mana boleh dikeluarkan, yang mana tak boleh dikeluarkan. The next type of power under the position power is coercive power. Coercive here means force, paksaan. Okay? It is power to discipline, punish and withhold rewards to the employees. For example, lecturers and students. This is a very simple example. So coercive power is power to force people to do something. Power to punish people because of they have done bad things or they have shown bad attitudes and bad behavior. So for example, lecturers have coercive power to deduct marks of the students. Why? Because the students have submitted late their assignment or have submitted their assignment late. So when the lecturers deduct marks of the students because of their late submission, so the leader or the lecturer is said to have the coercive power. Okay, that is to discipline the students. Or if the manager cut the salary of the employees because of the employees make mistakes, then the leader or the manager is said to have the coercive power that is to punish the employees. Same goes to the reward. Okay, manager decide to cut the bonus of the employees. So the leader is having coercive power that is to punish the reward or to withhold. Withhold means untuk menyekat reward, menyekat bonus. Okay, and finally, it is the reward power in the position power. It is the power to control over tangible benefits, for example, promotion, work schedule, bonus, rewards, and other things, such as the example given is the rector of UiTM. Okay, power to give reward to employees, power to give promotion to employees. Okay, for example, the rector decides lecturer A can be promoted to a senior lecturer. So the rector is having a reward power where the rector can decide which lecturer to promote to a higher position. Okay, same goes to an ordinary organization. When the manager decides that employee A should receive 3 months bonus, employee B should receive only 1 month bonus. So the leader or the manager is having the reward power that is to decide on the reward to be given to the employees. Okay, that is about the position power. So all these powers are related to the position held by a person in the organisation. Legitimate berdasarkan jawatan dia dalam organisation. Information juga berdasarkan jawatan a librarian. Coercive is also due to the position. Lecturer is also a position. And rector is a position as well. So semua power ni diperolehi disebabkan jawatan seseorang. Now let's move to the next type of power or the next main source of power, that is personal power. By the word personal here, it means that the power that a person possesses or a person has not because of position holds, but it is more on the characteristic of that person. Okay, the first type of personal power is the referent power. It is the ability to influence others based on the person's personality, such as the personal liking, charisma, and reputation. For example, politician, entertainers, sports figure. Okay, so referent power is actually a power that a person has because of his or her personality, his charisma, something that a person has inside him, characteristic, ciri-ciri seseorang tu. Let's say you admire one artist or one singer. Okay, Datuk Siti Nurhaliza, let's say, you are a big fan of this artist or this singer. So whatever how whatever things that are used or consumed by this singer, you will try to imitate, you will try to copy. So that singer is having a power which we call as a referent power. You refer to this person and you try to imitate and you try to copy this person. Okay, politician, they have the referent power because they have the charisma and also some personalities in them that they are able to influence other people. Okay, Tun Dr. Mahathir. Okay, he was once a very apa a very well performed prime minister when he was the fourth prime minister. So because of this, a lot of Malaysians admire him. Okay, really like the way he administer the government or administer the country. So he has the power to influence other people to listen to his speech. So he is said to have a referent power because he is able to influence other people because of his charisma. Okay, that is a referent power. And the next personal power is the expert power. Expert means kepakaran. Power to influence another person because of his or her expertise. Expert power is a power held by someone because of he has some special knowledge. He has some expertise. Expertise ni kepakaran or knowledge. For example, doctor, engineer and lawyer. Okay, doctor has an expert in treating patients. So whatever said by a doctor to you, if you are ill, definitely you will listen. So the doctor is said to have an expert power. If you want to seek an advice about an illness, what kind of medications required, you go and see a doctor. So whatever advice and information or knowledge given by this doctor to you, you will listen and you will apply whatever given by the doctor. So the doctor has an expert knowledge. So a doctor has an expert power. Same goes to a computer technician. A computer technician is very expert in computers, to repair computers, about the tools about computers. The technicians are very expert. So if you have problems with your computer, you go and see the technician, and whatever advice, whatever instructions given by the technician to you for you to follow, you will definitely follow. So the technician is able to influence you by using his expert power. So kepakaran yang dia ada, dia dapat mempengaruhi orang lain, dapat bagi arahan kepada orang lain. So that is called as an expert power.
created using Powtoon.
So that's all for this chapter. I hope you understand, and thank you and all the best. Assalamualaikum.